Okay, now bring the light to the letters. And before we do that, I said we are finished with the modeling, but that wasn't right. We have to do something with the letters here, the tubes. They are too much inside of this outside letters, so we have to move a little bit forward. Nearly they touching the edge here, the same position as the edge here. So for this we are just grab the group. We have grouped this before, and let's move them to layer 3. And in layer 3, now we can work on this. Let's see. We just want move the tubes. So just let's move them outwards, like so. That's cool. Okay. Okay, that's okay. And next step is transparent mode and up, and now we have to move these guys here a little bit back. Just move them back. These here as well. Just move them back. This one here. Just grab them and move them like this. And these two guys as well. I have normally I pay more attention to that, but it's not a big issue. So we have scaled them to the back. So now we have our pizza sign in the back. So just let it at the layer 3. We okay, let's do another thing, because we have to do this later. Just move the outside edges to layer back to layer. No, let's move them before. Okay. Now let's activate all layers, and let's go back here, and let's click on the words Queen of Pi. Okay, and then just add an emission material, and give it a color of an orange color. Let's just go into rendered view so we can see how it looks, and let's just move out the camera a little bit. Okay, that's cool, but we have to increase the strength to 2 so that they are really glowing. Now let's select one of these tubes here and use the same material, and then collect this little guy here, and these are light big letters, and this is the light tiny letters. Okay, and these guys we have to give them a little bit more strength. Let's say 2.5, and that's okay. Now just select all of the other tubes, and then as last one this here, and press Ctrl L materials. So now they have all the material, and just move a little bit so, okay, here it isn't attached, this material here, just the big letters, okay. So, okay, and now let's just add a little bit of color or material to these letters here. Let's just now add a clean material. We can work on this, but for right now we are adding a clean material. Let's add a new material, big letters, and more than one. Okay, and let's just go to the diffuse shader and choose red color here. Let's move the greens out. Okay, that's okay. Now add mix shader. And put them between them. And let's just add a glossy shader. Now we have the gloss, but it's not that what I want. It's not so developed. This material here. So let's just add a little bit more of complicatedness, sort of, however the name is for this. I have a standard setup for shiny materials like this, so I do it real quick. I put a layer weight node in here. I add convert a color. That's math node. It's a math node, sorry, and I put the facing in the top and bottom. And then I add another input here, a Fresnel, and then another converter, math converter, and we this to multiply and this to scene, and we put the first value is the outcome of the layer weight facing, and then we do this is so the facing is multiplied here, and the Fresnel and the facing is converted by a scene. So it gives a real cool result. So if I connect this to here, my material looks now a little bit better. Okay, let's maybe clamp this. Okay. Okay, this is our material for the metal. On the outside here, it's a, I don't know, metal, plastic, or something like that. It's a shiny material with a Fresnel. Okay, in the next step, we are going to add some texture to the planes here. Okay, in the next step, I'm going to UV unwrap the big cube here, this side, and this here. For the big one, just go in and do edge selection, and then let's make an edge ring, and let's choose this one, and this one here, and then just mark them as seam, tab out, and we have, always remember to, before you UV unwrap, apply the scale. Control A, and scale. Okay, we do the same thing here. This we don't have to mark theme, just apply the scale, and this as well, apply scale. So now let's jump back and go to the UV image editor. And let's just add or make a new image and make this 2048 by 2048, and as background we use transparent background. Press OK, zoom out, and let's just select them all by pressing A 2 times. If you have selected something, first a stroke is unselect all, and then the second one is select all. Okay, let's just hit U and unwrap. And we have just, in the texturing, we have just to concentrate on this one and on this one, because the other ones are not in the side of the camera, so we don't do it. Don't do more work than you need. It's not quick and dirty, but you have to save time if you do this for a living. You have to come to your goal by as fast as you can. So the faster you make something, the more money it is for you. Time is money, so just do what's necessary. In this case, we only want a static image of this here, and we don't need to texturing this side, the upper side, the back side, or this side here. So we just concentrate on this guy and on this guy in texturing. So let's just save these images here. I'll just export the UV layouts and go into texture, and let's just it's the roof UV, and save it as PNG, and that's okay. Settings are okay, the default settings, so let's just save this. And let's move on to this here and just do a new image, and 1048 by 2048. You have to apply for all the same resolution, so if you do one resolution here, another here, another here, it's not really cool. It's you can see it. If this is the half resolution of this textures, it's noticeable. So go in here and just set the alpha to 0, okay, and just edit mode, just hit U, unwrap, UV, export UV layout, and this is the pizza sign UV, and export this layout. And then last but not least, this one as well. Let's make a new image, 2048 by 2048. Set the alpha to 0, okay. The edit mode, just hit U, or select all and just hit U. And UV, export UV layout, and this will be the closed sign UV. Okay, the closed sign UV is this is not just a texture is there are something written on this this sign, so this is a little bit more work than the others. So just export this. And in the next step we are going to apply the textures to the UV layout. And we download them at cgtextures.com. If you don't have an account there, we use cgtextures.com, and if you don't have an account, just register there. It's for free, and you can then download what we need. Okay? So, like I said, the next step will be that we are adding some crunchy metal texture to the objects. Okay, now jump to CG Textures, and let's just go to Bear, Metal Bear, and go to this one here and download the large version of this guy here. All this, doesn't matter, or something else you like. And for the big sign behind the pizza letters, we need another one. We need let's go to Paint It and just use this one here and download the big version. Okay, now let's just close this down here and jump to Photoshop or GIMP, whatever, and just open the first UV. Let's open the roof UV. And then just add a layer, move it down and fill it with white. Okay, let's just fill it, and you can see we have selected these two faces here in the UV layout, so Blender has saved only these two guys here, and that's a little bit of a mistake I made, but for now it's working because we have two faces we want to add some texture. Okay, let's just add, or let's just go to open another, or just open the Metal Bear 0154 and okay, it's all you have to be patient with my computer. So let's just duplicate this layer here and duplicate it to the roof, and let's see. Okay, it's really big. That's totally fine. Let's just scale it down a little bit and rotate it by 90 degrees. If you press Shift, it will incremental rotate. Just move it here and scale it down and move it. Okay, I think that's okay. Let's just move it a little bit more and double click, just duplicate it and move it down a little bit, like this, and then add a mask, hit B for the brush, scale the brush down, a little bit bigger, and with black color I'm only going to just move over it with the mouse a little bit, so with the opacity of or strength of 32% or 30%, so I can make it a little bit seamless. Okay, that's okay. Then just duplicate it and press V, and then we have to rotate this guy. Let's rotate it by 90 degrees, like this, and just search for a good looking place of the image, and I think that's okay. And just double click, and then just remove this and this one here, deactivate the UV layer and the white layer, and then just save it, save as, and let's save it as a JPEG file, and let's save it as roof color. Okay, and let's just save it. Okay. That's the texture for the roof. And now let's close this. Yes, I want to save it as PSD as well. Okay. If I save it as PSD file or as XCF file in GIMP, I think, you can always go back and work on the texture again if it's somehow not working correctly. Okay, now the next texture. Let's open the design UV. Open it. And by the way, we can close this as well here. Now we need the painted metal. Okay, let's just close this here and open the metal painted. Okay. Please hold the line. Ah, cool. There it is. Okay, the texture is really cool, but I don't like the color. So let's just go into color and let's paint. Go to colorize and just trying to find something. Let's do some grayish. No, it's not working very well. So what can we do with that? Just get rid of this. And let's see, what can we do? We can maybe go in here and choose the blue, and we lower the blues a little bit, and the green as well. No, it's not working. Okay, let's cut the crap and just go in there and just make it a little bit maybe darker, and decolorize it so it's gray. That's okay. A little bit of a tint is in there, but it's okay. So let's just remove this lock here and copy them by holding the Alt key and moving the selected layers. You can copy them and then press Ctrl E to match them together and just duplicate them to the pizza sine UV, and there we are. And then just move it down like this and scale it down. Let's see, let's just press escape and move this down so we can see where we have to put this texture here. Okay, scale it down, and what I want is that this is important for me. So I think that's okay. Yep. Okay. Now just let's save this texture as well as JPEG. Assign color and save it. Okay, in the next part we are going to make the closed sign, and then we move on and we put the textures into Blender. Okay, now let's just open the close sign and okay, it takes a while for me. It's on another screen and the file is not directly connected. The file association with Photoshop is not there, so I have to click the right mouse key and I have to open it. So okay, there we are. Again, a new layer, put it in the background and just fill it with white. Okay, there we are. And now let's get a text tool and just write in there. Sorry. Okay, we can't see that, so let's just go to this layer here, background layer, and fill it with black. Okay, now we can see what we are doing here. Let's have a real quick look. Okay, sorry, closed Tuesdays. Okay, and all in uppercase. Okay, so sorry, and let's get a font which is much more clear. Let's choose Arial and Arial black. Okay, that's okay. Now just scale this down like this and move it somewhere in the middle. Or we can use a helping line. It snaps if you drag them. In the CS5 they are snapping in the middle of this graphic. On a selected object they are snapping like this. This is the middle. I hope. Yeah, it's snapping there. Okay, that's sorry. And let's just copy this layer with the Alt key, and by dragging the mouse you can, by dragging the layer with the mouse you can copy them. Now let's move this down, closed, Tuesday. Okay, I hope I have it right. Tuesday, not with an H. Okay, sorry. Tuesday. My God. Okay, that's right. Sorry for that. It's a long time ago I went to school and learned English, so forgive me, please. Okay, let's just scale this up here. Move it down a little bit more to the top. Okay, and this one here a little bit more down. Okay, now let's just control click in our UV here, or just fill this with another color. In this case we are choosing a full red, and just do it like this. Okay, now we have the sign. But the sign, yeah, it's used, it's old, so I have some, I hope I have them in here. Let's see. Something like that. Hope. Scratches. Really a lot of brushes in here, and let's see, there is one. Okay, that's cool. Let's just scale this up, this guy here, like this, and let's rotate this here. Just go into the brush settings and rotate it by 180 degrees, and now it's going the other way. It's not going down, it's going up. Okay, we have a new layer, and with the let's choose a darker color and just click once in there. Now it's a little bit dirty, maybe another time like this, and now it's much more believable that the thing is outside. Let's deactivate this here, and the opacity of this layer, we are turning it down a little bit like this, and maybe with another brush we can add some more dirt. Let's choose maybe another color, more brownish tone. Okay, and let's just stamp here over that thingy here, so it seems to be that this texture was outside in the rain, dripping dripping down, or the water is dripping down here, and left just traces. Okay, these brushes you can get at the web. I don't know, I can distribute them. Just click Dirt Brush into Google, and there are a whole bunch of sites where you can get brushes like these. Some of them free, some of them not. And because I don't want to get in some lawsuit, just I have them. I paid for them. For part of them I paid, but I can't redistribute them. Okay, so just go into Google, type Scratch Brush or Dirt Brush, and you get them. Okay, now let's save this PNG file here. Yeah, it's PNG, and let's save it as JPEG, and let's call it closed sign color. Okay, this was the last texture. you've had to do. And now in the next step we are going into Blender and we assign these textures to our model. Okay, let's jump into Blender and just with the object selected go here into the node editor and add new material, and we call this here roof. And it's not on fire, we are only putting a texture in that. Okay, now let's add a texture, image texture. Let's open it and go into textures, roof color, open, and let's just switch you to the 3D view, and we have the rendered view, and just put this into the diffuse. And there we are. As you can see, here is the texture, and it's signed the right way. That's okay. And let's click on this sign here and add a new material. Let's just name this pizza sign, and let's add here the image texture as well. Texture pizza sign color. Okay, and let's just connect these guys here. There we are. And next one is the closed sign, and let's just add a new material, closed sign, and again image texture, open, closed sign color. Okay, now I hope it's the right way, it's not mirrored or something like that. Yeah, it goes the right way. Cool. Now we can add to this, maybe we can add some more interesting things into the texture. It's not necessary, but I can show you that. I have made some other textures here. I've made for the sign, I've made a normal map. It looks like this here. It's a normal map for the pizza sign, and I've done this with the tool called NDO2. It's a full integrated add-on, standalone, whatever software, which works perfectly with Photoshop. And because I like to work with Photoshop, I not have bought the Crazy Bump thing. I have bought NDO. It's cheaper, first thing, and the second, it's fully integrated in Photoshop, and I can afterwards I can manipulate the normal map, and that's really cool. If you bake a normal map of something and you put then a color map over it, color map or diffuse color texture, you can, if you have some details in the color, you can work out these details like a screw or something like that. You don't have to model it, you can make it in the normal map. So it's really cool to have something that works together with Photoshop, and it's really cool. And I'm thinking about to buy the DDO as well. It's a really cool texturing software, but it's really a little bit more high priced. It costs about $300, so I'm thinking about it. And for the NDO I will do a tutorial, extra tutorial. You can do just some of these normal maps with GIMP as well. There's a plugin, a normal map plugin and a specular map plugin, I think. And it works very well. But sometimes I need something more developed where I can play a little more with the texture. And I need always something easy, because I don't want to think about, oh, what I have to do next, where is this button, or how can I reach this goal. So I want to have some buttons and I have to push them or drag a slider or make something else easy to get my results. So NDO was the software of choice for me. Okay, let's move on and just put here another image texture in there and open it, and let's pizza sign normal. Let's get these and just add a vector normal map vector node. That's because we can connect this directly, because Blender has to know that it is a normal map. So just put the color output into the color input of the normal map and just drag it to normal of the diffuse. And now if you zoom in, if you zoom in, we can normally see what's going on here, and we have here a little bit of bumps and the up and downs in the texture. And maybe I should change my computing device to GPU so it will be faster. Okay, CUDA error. Okay, let's finish here with the textures. Next step is to compositing the whole thing here, and this will be the next step. We jump into the compositor and we do there the post-processing, and we add some layers and so on. So see you in the next step. Okay, now let's jump into the compositor. Let's just click on the compositing node symbol, and let's add a view node. I'll put view, and with Control Shift you can connect them, and then use nodes and backdrop. And now we want to have a glow around the glowing letters. So we need for that another layer. We add a new render layer, and we call this one here emission. And the paths we are just use the emission output here, and we choose our layer 3. There's the glowing letters, but we have to move this one here to layer 3 as well, and then it's all fine. Okay, now let's just choose here layer 3, and let's give it a very quick render. Let's down the samples to 10, and let's just render it real quick. Takes a little while. Okay. We need this on a separate layer because I want to influence the glowing only on the glowing part of the image, not on the background, not on the letters or something like that. So we need here an extra layer. Okay, there it is. And now let's just add here, let's make this big, and let's add here input a render layer, and then just add here a new filter node, blur, and let's choose fast Gaussian. Let's connect these here, connect this to the image viewer, and choose here emission. Okay, we have now the complete emission. The emission from the sky is there as well. Now let's just blur this by 20 in X and Y direction. Here. Okay, there it is. Okay, this guy was in there because I don't know. It's just if you put this. Oh, it's not recognizable right now. Okay, that's just one, and let's add another node. Let's add a glare node. Put it in here, and do a fog glow, and the mix to 0.1, and the threshold to 0.1 as well. 0.1, and the size, let's shrink it down, and then just add another node, a color mix node. Go to overlay and just connect this guy here, and let's have a look. Okay, it looks not so fancy. That's because we have to change here the opacity factor, and now we have the glowing letters here. They're glowing really well. So let's just try another thing here. Let's 20. That's too much. That's 5 and 5. Okay. Normally I use the relative, and it's much more controllable than the not relative numbers. So you have percent with a decimal of 3, so it's more controllable. Okay, and now let's just now I want to defocus the image here a little bit, adding a vignette, and maybe do a little bit of color correction. Okay, now let's just add a little bit of a defocus here. For this, switching back, and let's just select the camera and go to camera and choose the focus object. In this case it's the plane. That was a big mistake in this tutorial. I haven't named the parts of the model, so you have to figure out which is what. So please do not the same mistake and name them, so you can always pick the right one. Okay, now let's choose here f-stop, and let's just add 1.8. It's a really wide lens, and it has the defocus. It's defocusing really quick. You have only a sharp layer, a really tiny sharp layer. If you go up with the numbers, the sharpening layer is bigger. Okay, that's what was my Windows, because my graphic card is going to leave my computer if I do more graphic stuff here, because I have a lot of things open. The next time I will close all my programs here and I'll do the tutorial. Okay, now back to the defocus. Okay, we have here number 1.8, and let's just move this here. Let's go in this view here and just move them here out of the way and just add a filter, defocus filter, and let's add it here. And let's just see, we want to use the set buffer, and the set we get from the render layer. Okay, now as you can see here, it's not so sharp, and it's getting sharper and sharper if you come towards the camera. But we are lower this number here more. I think, yeah, 10 is a little bit too much. Let's say 20, maybe 15. Okay, that's cool. I can see here it's very unsharp, and the sharpness is only here in the front. Okay, and now let's just go on and add a vignette. Let's go in here and let's see. Let's just add math and a ellipse mask, and let's put it here. And that we can see this mask, we have to just Control and Shift and click, and then you can see the mask. And let's go here and put in 0.98, something like that, and here 0.7. Let's see, a little bit lower, 0.6. Okay, that's okay. And now let's just add a color mix node here, color mix, set it to multiply here, and add this one here and this on the top here, and let's see what's going on. Yeah, okay, it's like a keyhole now. We have now to blur this here. We add another filter, blur filter. Let's do a fast Gaussian relative and do 20%, something like that. And okay, okay, I've made a mistake. Let's cut this and put it here. I have to blur the mask, not the whole image, like this. Okay, right now we should see what it's really like. Okay, good. I think that's a really nice vignette, maybe a little bit too strong, and we can lower this by lowering the factor. Let's do 0.95, a little bit lower, 0.8. I think that's okay. We have now a really discrete mask here. Yeah, that's okay. Now let's just color correct this thing here a little bit, and let's just add the color balance node, and let's see what we can do. Maybe a little bit more into the blue for the lift, and the middle tones a little bit up so it's not so dark, just a little bit. And let's see what we can do here. Let's see what's going on if we crank this up here a little bit. It's too bright. So tune this down a little bit, so, and I think it looks really cool. Now let's connect these here with the compositor, and let's jump out here and now go to the camera settings, do a full global illumination, and let's do a render of 150 as PNG with no compression, and I want the full image. And GPU, and I will be back when it's rendered. Okay, the render is finished now, and let's have a look on the rendered view here. Image editor and the render result, and let's have a look. As you can see, the normal map is working really well, and yeah, we can do some improvements here. We have forgotten the screws here, we have forgot the materials for the chains and this sign here, but I think that's not disturbing, so you can do it. You can add a material. Normally I do add material, but I totally forgot about this. So you can add screws, you can add the normal map to this background here, to the roof texture as well. You can add some holes in here where you can put a ring where the chain is connected to, or something like that. It's totally up to you. But for this, I think it's a really good result. And there you are. This is the technique how I do something like that. It's really simple. You can get, with simple techniques, you can get some really cool results. I hope you liked this video, and if you liked it, please give me a plus on Google, or a thumbs up on here on YouTube or on Facebook, whatever. Share it, subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.